I didn't turn it on for the speaker phone. Don't know what's going on with me today. Not feeling 100%, but we're going to do what we can. Alright, so. Who's Jones?
Mr. T.D.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath, man. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. Take that deep breath with me, family. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get your pitcher of that water or your bottle. Lift that pitcher of that water. This is nice time. Simply pour some water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now, move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Drink. Or should I say, move, and drink. Raise your glass, toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then drink. Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. Or should I say, breathe, drink, eat, move. Those are the 4 pillars of health, family. But hey, take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body, hey. Toast your ancestors, drink up. Took me a little bit longer to drink the water, family, but hey, I'm still here. Who is Jones? I see it. I'm trying to figure out who it is, so that I could go on and greet you. Well, greetings anyway. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there. Thank you, family, for taking the time to chill with us on Gye-Nyame Journey this morning. Oh, my God. But hey, let's see what's on the news feed before we even get into toasting the ancestors this morning. It might be some good information out there for us. Let's see here. What do we have here? Lord have mercy. Join the family. Not right now. Urban intellectuals. Alright, cool. Now I don't want to go to the culture right now, but I might have to come back and join that site. Anybody else involved with the urban intellectuals? Right? Let me go on, and also I want to get to my Hootsuite. Let's get to our Hootsuite so that we peruse the timeline. But family, let's go here first. This was sent to me, I think, by Sister CeeLo. Shouts out to Sister CeeLo. She up early this morning, making sure that we get that the news is sent out. Right, family? You know, like I said, we got to keep each other informed. It said, did you know ghettos were deliberately created by government-sponsored redlining? Did you know that? Did you know that? Right? Did you know that? Let's go and peruse a little bit of this article before we go and get into this toast here. Let's see what it say here. Just a little bit. In the light of Dr. Ben Carson's nomination as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, first, my fault. Let me pay proper respects. This is by A.C. Jemison. I don't see a date when it was released. Alright. Ooh, they got a lot of stuff on the screen. In the light of Dr. Ben Carson's nomination as Secretary of Housing and Urban Development and the commencement of the Trump administration, there is no better time than now to discuss the creation of the Black Ghetto and housing discrimination known as redlining. Beginning in the early 1930s, ranking system designed to represent neighborhoods in northern and southern states was implemented as a means to ensure segregation of blacks and whites. The system included 4 strata from highest to lowest: A, green; B, blue; C, yellow; and D, red. Neighborhoods that were integrated containing Jews or foreigners were given a rating of B or C. And those with any black presence at all, regardless of class, were rated D, red. Hence the term redlining. The consequences of such ratings range from outright denial of mortgages to denial of home insurance to prospective residents of red neighborhoods, thereby preventing black families the right to private housing, barring them from the very thing that provides security and wealth, and confining them to neighborhoods designated by local and federal government. The most troubling fact about redlining was that its existence was not clandestine or off the books. These were mandates enacted and enforced by the Federal Housing Administration, federal being key, an agency whose influence dictated how and with whom banks would invest their money. The FHA created rating maps that designated where neighborhoods fell within the housing stratum. Banks used these maps to guide their decisions on where mortgage funds would be allocated. Thus, the FHA fervently discouraged mortgage lenders from granting loans to residents of red neighborhoods or black home buyers seeking to purchase property in predominantly white neighborhoods. And they got a map. Look at here. Oakland, Berkeley, Alameda, San Leonard, Piedmont. This is California. So, you go on, I'll read the last paragraph, but you can check this out for yourself. Baltimore serves as an outstanding example of how housing discrimination has shaped the city's past and current segregated neighborhoods. Following the purchase of a home in Baltimore by a black Yale Law School graduate in 1910, local governments enacted an ordinance with the supposed intention of preserving peace, preventing conflict and ill feelings between white and colored races in Baltimore City. city. The law would become the first of many as states throughout the nation enacted similar state mandates, the confinement of black people to certain blocks and areas. So you can finish reading that, but that's a very interesting read. You like, brother, how you gonna start my Umoja like that? I like, like I said, we got to go on and strip the veil. Shouts out to Miss Cynthia Johnson. I see you out there. Thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Let's go down. They got us. Big tech heads to Africa. The big tech is trying to take over Africa, family. The youngest population in the world, 20 years old is the average age on the continent of Africa. Family, come on. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Oh my God. Public Enemy fires Flavor Flav after Bernie Sanders rally spat. So Bernie Sanders is already breaking up black families. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Is this how your administration gonna be? You already done broke up a black group that been together for about 35 years. Now, Flavor Flav is fired from Public Enemy? Who would have thunk it? Over Bernie Sanders. Alright. Well, it might have been homeboy's foolishness, but hey, but I'm like, they could have came up with a better reason than Bernie Sanders to put Flavor Flav up out of Public Enemy. They could have did that shit when he started his that TV career. Come on now. Over Bernie? Over a performance? Over a letter? Oh my God, y'all gonna read that for yourself. I'm heartbroken. Sister Terra says she glad. But they could have came up with a better reason to get Flavor Flav up out of the, you know what I'm saying? That's Flavor Flav. Harvard student told Jeff Bezos something no CEO wants to hear. Worse was the way they said it. Now, I'm not a particular fan of Jeff Bezos. All right? I'm really not. But the article raised a good point. So the article basically covers a story when Bezos, early in Amazon's career, went and did a speech at Harvard. And some of the Harvard business students, one of them stood up and got disrespectful and said, you need to go and sell to your little company to Barnes and Nobles while you got a chance. You know what I'm saying? And this was early in the career. You had a premier business school, the Ivy League. You know what I'm saying? And to find out he come from the Ivy League too. I think he went to Princeton. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you have a vision, right, you're gonna have to push through. See, because right now in America, one of the major things that you'll notice is that we have a build and sell mentality, or at least this is the mentality they want to push on us. Build it and sell it. Build it and sell it. You know what I'm saying? When in fact, you know what I'm saying, to really keep wealth coming in, you need to build and maintain. You know what I'm saying? That's why with nation building, I say, I'm not a nation builder at this point. I'm more of a nation maintainer. I'm trying to maintain some of the stuff that was built. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the role of the position of a nation builder. Not only just building, it is protecting and maintaining. And this is the position we have to get to within our community. First, we got to build it up, and which is happening. Now we got to figure out how to maintain it, how to get the leeches off. We got to get some leech repellent and get the leeches up off our community so that we can really, really start doing some serious building. There is a viral video on TikTok showing Jeff Bezos' wealth. Now, they didn't show Jeff Bezos' wealth. What he did was he took a grain of rice, and he said a grain of rice is equal to $100,000, right? Boom. dropped it on the table. He took 10 pieces of rice and showed that those 10 pieces of rice represented $1 million. And he said, how many grains of rice will we need to make $1 billion? So it wasn't Jeff Bezos' wealth. He was just showing the comparison. But just because, Jeff Bezos was like at 107 billion, somewhere around there, he just had $1 billion. It was like a bag of rice, right? So he started taking little samples out. He said, look, here's a Lamborghini, here's 3 grains of rice. That's a Lamborghini. And he pulled out 50 and said, this is a $5 million house. And you don't even miss it from the pile of rice. You know what I'm saying? So it's talking about it really pushed home for me this whole wealth gap shit. You know what I'm saying? Rather than kind of celebrating just the fact that individuals in America supposedly have opportunities. You know what I'm saying? We know, some of us know the truth behind this whole, you had an opportunity to do what you will in America, right? So we know the truth behind that. We know it's harder for some than it is for others. You know what I'm saying? But, he just was making a point of how big $1 billion really was. And it's a great video that you can show your kids so they can get an idea of the scale of and the major differences in money, and get a grasp of finances. It's an excellent exercise. All right, so this, last night I found an article where Flavor Flav tells Bernie Sanders to stop promoting false narrative using Public Enemy's name. So Flavor Flav this is what led to him being removed from Public Enemy. Flavor Flav had a lawyer send a cease and desist letter to Bernie Sanders to keep him from using Public Enemy's name and Flavor Flav's likeness on a poster. Now, Chuck D and S1Ws and another DJ, they call it Public Enemy. It's not just Public Enemy, but it's Public Enemy is a branch of Public Enemy that's going to be performing for Bernie Sanders. And what Flavor Flav was saying was, look, I haven't endorsed anybody. You know what I'm saying? And for you to put me on as like an endorser and say Public Enemy is endorsing you is incorrect. Now, I didn't see nothing wrong with that, right? But like I said, I'm from the outside. Boom, hey, Chuck might be with you, but shit, all the Public Enemy have not decided on who is going to do this. And it's kind of fucked up for me. I know some people is kind of happy that Flav is gone. Like I said, they could have came up with a better reason than this whole Bernie Sanders shit. But what's your Facebook? I'll go on Messenger. Who is this? Who is this? First, Jones, you tell me who it is. Put a name up. Well, anyway, so Flavor Flav falls out with Public Enemy, right? And in a sense, is removed from Public Enemy because he don't want to be assigned to the fact that he has picked who he voting for in the 2020 campaign. We got months before that, right? We got work to do. Any group at this point in time. Tell me who this is. Who is it? Put your name up. I can't see a picture. Jason. I don't know no. Come on, Jason. Stop playing. Jason. I ain't got no men calling me daddy. No. Hold on. Alright, but anyway. Flavor Flav tells Bernie Sanders to stop promoting false narrative using Public Enemy's name. Alright? So check it out. So at issue here is we have a foundational revolutionary group that has basically broke up. That has basically broke up. You understand what I'm saying? About the 2020 presidential campaign. prior to any deliverables, any, as they say, tangibles, anything being promised to the community that they represent. All right? So, go and check that article out for yourself. Met in New York, updating British galleries to show how wealth was built on the slave trade and empire. Also, I have a link on here, as you can see. Let me see if y'all can see it. Now, we have Shock Metaphysics Virtual Comedics Wisdom School. Go and check that out, family. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting some good information. It's a powerful piece. And also it's built on the Umoja model. All right. So, let's see. I think that's it. So let's go on. Let's get our toast on and get the day started. So, family, once again, I want to wish you a great, great Umoja. A great Umoja. And we're going to try another bottle. I know y'all like, oh God, no, brother, I tell him not the brown bottle. Well, we're going to pop it. I had this one. I don't usually like to refrigerate mine, but I had to calm these damn things down. So, see the smoke? All right. Ooh, it's alive, family. It's alive. So let's go and pour this toast. It look like I'm going to drink all that because I got to go and find that cap. Look at that. Look at that. This is what I miss about bottling, using the smaller bottles, but I have to go on and let it sit for so long to calm down. And that's what I'm going to do next time. So I'm going to take all those bottles, refrigerator. Huh?
Did it spill this time?
No, I didn't spill. I didn't have it filled all the way to the top. So I can't even fill these ones all the way up to the top. It's crazy. It was lower than half. And y'all seen what happened. You didn't, and I actually popped it prior to. Can you look over there and find the top so I could top this off, please? It popped over. It flew over there somewhere. All right, first, family, giving honor to the Creator by whatever name. Thank you, sir. So you got to put the top on like this, so, and, then I have to go and do this like this. All right, let's do it. Let's put it on while we're here. Giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We call on that Creator, and we say the powerful words. Powerful word, my fault. Hold on. I only can do one thing at a time. I get kind of obsessive about stuff. Alright, so now to put it on. Alright. Got it back on. Alright, family. Where's our glass? To the Creator by whatever name you choose to call it Creator, we lift up our glass and we salute and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move to our list of ancestors. Alright? We lift up our ancestors and we say, hold on. One more thing. We need to make sure that we get to... I want y'all to see the Malcolm X Festival where we get to the ancestors. I'm going to make sure y'all get that. Get that link. Get that link up. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Make sure y'all see that Malcolm X Festival. I'm going to post it up so that you can support. We're asking the community to help support and help build up the Malcolm X Festival. We're going to share. Let me share that link. Copy. I'm going to share the link on wow, there you go. Help support the Malcolm X Festival. We're trying to raise about $4,000 so that we could have us a successful festival. So go on and support. Let me see if I could show you on here while we on here. And speaking of that, matter of fact, before we even do that, I'm gonna get off of there and let's go and go back and get on our daily toaster scene. There we go. So first, we already did the creator, so we're going to lift up our glass and we're going to salute the ancestors. You ready? We're going to start. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Watch Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Jenny Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Watch Ellis, Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittmanell, Normal X, Pet Mount, Rob Malik Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Coach Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling, and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxter Brothers, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renneman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Mary Walker, Mary Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sale Ware, Levita something, hold on, I want to make sure I got it right, because I know what the next one is. Levita Adams? Nope. Levita Farmer. I go to Sue Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dixon, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Anna Johnson, Florence M. Carter, It's a learning process. Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Anna Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Gerald Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Severin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Del Rita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Will, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Harry Luvester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinero, Don Matet Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., John Triggs, Thomas Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howell, Frankie Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs, the second Peter Triggs, Reverend Annie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carlos Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Denny Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan. So in a minute, we're going to have this whole list memorized. I'm going to have the whole thing memorized. It's coming. Then we'll work on part 2. William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Besiege Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Denise Waters, Patrice Hines, Ines Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Canterbury, Wilson Headley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Michael Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason and Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also and Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Cleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Hare, Delma Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, Senior, Mally Miller, Halsey Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Fred Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Coper, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heap Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanella, Avis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramy Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley. Hold on, where we at? I started going by memory because I was trying to do H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henriette Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Urban, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Albert, Mazarin Coper, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles A. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlie Morgan, Sybil Everett McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, and Shelby McClendon. We also have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. We got Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Nance Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Summer Clayton, Linda Jones, Sally Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khaled is in transition, also known as Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatt, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Margaret III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Jasandra Lynette Lewis, Johanna Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henriette II, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny, Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White, Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Justin Carl White, Desi Woods, Talara Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha Damon, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Grace, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Merle, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cofer, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don. We got Xavier Winston, Chris Kenny. Why I want to keep saying McKinney. Chris Kenny, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jana Callahan, Denny Hill, Miko D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams. Family, we raise our glass to all of our ancestors, and we give out a resounding and a powerful ashe. From there, family, where do we go? It's very simple. From there, we move to the next level. You ready? You ready? You ready? Okay. From here, we move to the present moment. And family, I want to give a rousing round of applause to all of the Umoja babies in the house. Stand up. Stand up. You can go. It's your day. Your day. Family, listen. We are in the moment right now, the present moment. We saluted our past, you know what I'm saying, upon which this moment is built. And we have to go on and build something that will be able to support and maintain our children. So family, we raise up our glass to this present moment. We salute this moment. We work in this moment. We make this moment productive so that we can add, so that we can secure the space and time of our future generations. This is our responsibility. We have a pact with our past, and we have a promise to keep to our future generations. So we raise up our glass and we salute this moment. Family, I ask you to open up your reticular formations. Get out there right now. Get out there right now. Listen to me. Get out there right now. And look for your principle. Look for Umoja. Umoja is the principle today. I want us to seek out Umoja. I want us to find it. I want us to take pictures of it. I want us to write articles about it. I want us to, to post up images on Gye-Nyame Journey Media, the page. You can do it in a group too, but I prefer the page. But anyway, so we got unity, because Umoja, for those that don't speak the language, means unity. The other principle today, the modern principle today is truth. Color is violet, as you can see by the beautiful t-shirt. I'm about to get me another one real soon. Mentalism is the Hermetic law. The male name for the day is Kwojo. Female name is Ajwa. Right? So we raise our glass and we salute this present moment and we say, Ashe. From there, family, move to our future generations. We toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. Right? Because we always have been here and we shall always be here. Long as those of us in the present are handling business to secure that space and time and those resources for those future generations, right? And we working here. So we raise our glass, we salute, and we say, guess what? Ashe. From there, family, we move to all of our relations. We salute all of our relations, all of our families, all the things out there, because we related to a lot of stuff. And I don't like saying it because people bring up, Gye-Nyame get crazy with it. We had a long discussion about gummy worms. Like, you said all the relations. Oh, God. So we raise our glass to all of our relations and we say Ashe. From there, family, we make time for that selfish toast. This is for you. Those of you out there working, those of you out there keeping your pact with your past and your promise to the future generations. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards your greatness? Raise our glass and we say, that's right, we say Ashe. From there, family, what else? What else? Last but not least, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most beautiful, the most outstanding, right? The strongest individual in the room. I raise my glass to you. I salute you, and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I'm going to go on, and we're going to sip on some of this nice, cool ambrosia. Oh, goddamn. Man, I'm so blessed to be able to start my day with y'all and to be having my, you know what I'm saying, we got our own drink. I mean, it's like, can it get better than this? Can it really get any better? You know, I'm sitting up here like, good grief. Can't get no better than this. So since there's no comments, let me make sure I ain't missing none. Other than the Jones person, Jason Jones, I don't have it. And I need to stress that I don't have none of my sons call me daddy. None. Cliff, you ever heard one of my sons call me daddy?
No.
That's what I thought. I'm at a loss of who this Jones is. But anyway, let's do this. Shouts out to everybody that's out there. I want to thank y'all for taking the time for joining us on the journey. And make sure if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the page, right? Like or follow the page. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube and click the bell so that you can get, so that you don't have to get the black signal. Your phone is automatically beeping when we come on. Also, family, it's always best to watch us on GNJmedia.live. Let me put that up. That's where all the contests and stuff going to be happening. Once I figure out this Streamlabs, right now I'm on playing OBX. What I'm going to work towards is the Streamlabs OBX. Your mom must not be going to work today. Put that in the refrigerator, huh? All right, put that in the refrigerator. Real life here, Gye-Nyame. I can't wait to get the real life camera. So I can just be like, it's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. You know what I'm saying? We live in life here, right? It's real life here. I'm raising babies, doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we build it. So, family, I want to thank you once again. Great Umoja, if you just now coming in, I don't think I have anything else. I think I might need to do a local contest, right? So we will be having a warrior training, right? I'm going to build a list. I'm going to come up with a way that locally I'm going to be able to give away this Daily Toaster shirt, right? Also, I want to be able to give away one of the Gye-Nyame Journey notebooks. So I'm gonna come up with something, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna connect it to the Malcolm X Festival, because we're gonna be raffling some stuff off, trying to build up and get some awareness about the whole Malcolm X Festival, getting things popping off, right? So family, this is Brother Hatim, and I am officially out. Man, YouTube is way behind. Shouts out to Stephen Houston Sr. He called me this morning. What's up? What's up, Hollywood? Post up what you wanted to, because you called me. What's going on? Maybe we could have us some conversation. I need something to kind of liven up my day, because my energy is not as high as it should be. Well, I'm going to call you back, Hollywood. This is Brother Hatim. And for the third time, he going to call on the damn phone. Hollywood. All right, let me go. I'm gone, family.
Isn't there a way you can block your phone from getting called for a certain time?
I got to figure that out. Because that's a great question, Khalid. That's a great question. I would imagine there is